What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm LotusAsakura, the one who never knows best, bringing you another Sustain the Industry video. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, which might be a lot of you considering that we keep growing so much in between these videos, I used to do these on a monthly basis, but now it's kind of just like whenever I get enough stuff in to do a haul video, because I don't buy as much manga and the like as frequently as I used to, because I got most of the stuff that I really wanted when I started collecting, which was like 5 years ago. So there's always something new to buy, right? There's always a new figure or a new manga or the latest volume of a release or a new series or something. There's always something, but there's just not as much out there that I feel the need to own as there was when I started, obviously. And before we get into the usual manga pickups, we actually have something kind of special to show off here. We got a care package from Otsuka. Now, if you're not familiar with who Otsuka are, they're a brand that specializes in anime apparel, and they're actually where I got this dope ass Yu Yu Hakusho hoodie from. Now, that being said, I paid for this hoodie with my own money, but these items right here were given to me courtesy of them, free of charge, just as a gift, as a thank you, just because I guess they really liked the video that I made, because I did actually do a haul video where I showcased all the t-shirts and the hoodies and stuff that I got from Otsuka. Because when I discovered the brand, I was like, damn, this is dope. I bought a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho merch, made a video, they saw it, they hit me up, and they was like, yo, we want to send you something. I was like, cool. And so they recently just dropped this new Gundam collection, and they sent me a couple of shirts and a hoodie. They let me pick out some stuff from the collection and sent them my way. So we're gonna show that stuff off first. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a super big Gundam fan. Not saying that I dislike Gundam, I'm saying that I don't watch a whole lot of it, but I was actually pretty into it as a kid. And it's funny because like I was telling my pops about how, you know, this brand named Otsuka reached out to me and they sent me some stuff, and I was like, and when I sent them the pictures of like the gear, which by the way, this is kind of fire, I'm not gonna lie, this design is kind of hard, I'm feeling that. And then you got the Mobile Suit Gundam logo on the back, and I'm sure I've got B-roll footage on screen right now so you guys can actually see what it looks like on me. And just for the record, just so you guys can get an idea of sizing, I am about 6'3". I weigh somewhere between 160 pounds, 170 pounds. Matter of fact, we'll meet in the middle. I'm 6'3", 165 pounds, and both of these shirts and the hoodie are size large. So that's just for a size reference for you guys, so you can get an idea of how things fit on me and how it might fit on you if you do want to cop anything from them. Anyway, back to what I was saying though. Yeah, I don't watch a whole lot of Gundam, but I do really like the Gundam aesthetic, and I've always thought it was really cool. And I watched it a bit as a kid, but I guess I actually watched it even more than I realized, because when I was telling my pops about this and I was showing him pictures and stuff, he was like, he asked me, he was like, is that a Transformer? I was like, nah, it's this anime called Gundam, whatever. Not really expecting him to know it or get it, because it's not like my dad watches anime, right? But he was like, what the response he gave me blew me back. He responded with, oh, you mean like G Gundam? And I was like, you know about G Gundam? And he was like, bro, you used to talk about that all the time as a kid. You would just go around saying G Gundam. Like I didn't know what it meant, but you really liked it. And I was like, oh. So it turns out I liked, because I remember watching G Gundam a little bit and Gundam Wing, but I didn't realize that I watched it as much as I did as a kid, enough for my dad to know it and remember it from my childhood. So yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, there goes the first t-shirt. And just real quick, in case you're curious about the quality, I mean, it's about what you'd expect if you were to, you know, buy a t-shirt from like the mall or something. Nothing too crazy, but nothing bad either. I would say I feel like the print on this isn't as nice as the print on like my Yu Yu Hakusho shirts, but it's not terrible either. It's just, yeah, it's just okay. All right, now this next one I think was pretty similar from what I remember, but it's kind of like in reverse. Yeah, so this time on the front you've got the Mobile Suit Gundam logo like above, you know, the left side of the chest, and then on the back you've got one of the actual mechs itself. Pretty simple design, but it's right up my alley, and I love the colors of it quite a bit. And like I said, I feel like Otsuka and Hypeland are probably the two brands doing the best anime merchandise right now, like the best apparel, so I'm more than happy to support them. And it's dope to see that Otsuka supporting me and wanting to send me some stuff for free. They want to send anything more my way, don't hesitate, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to reach back out. But yeah, these shirts are dope, but what I'm really excited to look at is actually this hoodie. Considering the fact that I'm wearing it right now, you can probably tell that I was quite pleased with the Yu Yu Hakusho hoodie that I bought from them. And this Mobile Suit Gundam hoodie is pretty sick, because it's not like all just like one piece. I mean, not that this is like one piece, but you know how standard hoodie is. It's like one big piece together with like, you know, the kangaroo pocket, right? But this one's like patchwork. I mean, it's easier if I just show you than try to explain it, right? Let me just unfold this real quick. But yeah, this right here, ooh, and it's kind of hefty too. I like that. I like that quite a bit. This is hard. This is really dope to me. This hoodie is fire, boy. This hoodie is fire. Hold up, let me get a good look at this. Real quick, just as a heads up, now that you guys are looking at this B-roll footage and now that I've actually tried the clothes on, I would say that both the t-shirts fit me pretty standard, how I expect a size large t-shirt to fit me. And just as a reminder, I am 6'3" and about 165 pounds, and I typically buy t-shirts and hoodies most of the time in a size large if I want, you know, my usual fit, or in a size extra large if I want something a little bit baggier, a little bit looser, right? Although I will say, This Gundam hoodie is probably a hoodie I should have sized up in. I didn't really expect it to fit smaller than the Hakusho hoodie does, but I would say that it does. And just for comparison, I'll probably have some B-roll footage on screen as well. But yeah, I'd say that the sleeves and the torso of this hoodie are just a little bit shorter than I would usually like. So just as a, as a heads up to you guys, if you're considering ordering this hoodie, you might want to size up, especially if you prefer a baggier or looser fitting hoodie. Like I said, I usually buy a size large. T-shirts fit me great. My Hakusho hoodie fits me great. This one, just a little bit young on the boy, I'm not gonna lie. If I were to reorder it or ask for it again, I'd definitely get a size extra large. But that's just me. Next up, I actually have a very special anime figure that I picked up that I want to show you guys. Now, if you follow me on Instagram or on Twitter, then you've probably already seen it, but I did finally pick up the HOW Shaman King figure from, I believe it's Kotobukiya or something is like the name. Something along those lines, right? But yeah, a while back they dropped a figure of Yo and HOW, and I picked up the Yo one on Amazon because the price dropped really low to like $70 or $80, and I always wanted to get the HOW one, but the HOW one was still pretty expensive. It was still usually around $130, which was like, I never paid that much for a figure, and even the Yo one is the most expensive one that I bought. And I don't really consider myself a big collector of figures, but I mean, my name is Asakura for a reason. Shaman King is one of my favorite series of all time, so I needed the Yo one. Yo is one of my favorite characters of all time, and HOW is too, but since the Yo one was cheaper, I bought it, and I just kept biding my time, waiting for HOW to go down in price, and he never did. However, some of you may have heard recently that Shaman King is coming back, and upon hearing that news, I got super excited, and so your boy made some pickups, one of which being the HOW figure, and I bought it on Amazon, I think for like $120, because this was like, I was on the high of Shaman King coming back, and I was like, I need it, nope, right now, gotta have it. So this is the box that it came in, but the figure I actually have set aside over here real quick. But yeah, there it is. Now I know you're not gonna get the greatest look at it as I'm holding it here, so I'll have some B-roll footage for you, but now I have both Yo and HOW, and there's actually a Horo figure coming out and a Tao Ren, both of which I will be buying and adding to the collection. And again, I'm not trying to be like this super crazy figure collector, but these Shaman King ones go crazy, and like, again, Shaman King is one of my favorite series of all time, and I gotta have them. And I guess now is as good as time as any to segue into the manga pickups, and the first things I want to show you guys are actually my first ever Japanese manga pickups, and that is volumes 1 and 2 of Shaman King Zero, and then I also bought all 6 volumes of Shaman King Flowers. Again, these were purchases that I wanted for quite some time. I've wanted these since like way back, like since I was a kid and I read Shaman King Flowers like online, back when I was like really into Shaman King. I mean, I still am, but like, when I was still like reading Shaman King for the first time and stuff, and like, finding out how much I actually love the series. It's really easy to just go on eBay and pay $30 or $40 for some Japanese volumes and then have somebody from Japan ship them to you, right? I was like, it wasn't that simple for me when I was 12, but now it is. So yeah, again, the night Shaman King got announced that it was coming back for the reboot, I was like, bet, I'm buying Shaman King Zero, I'm buying Shaman King Flowers. And the craziest part is that Kodansha just recently announced that Shaman King Zero, Shaman King Flowers, I believe the Shaman King Crimson, and Shaman King Superstar, I think they're all coming digitally to Comixology or like whatever the platform is. And they were supposed to be coming out next month, but just the other day they all got delayed, so I don't know when those are coming, but I'll absolutely be reading those digitally because they're too scared to print it. But hopefully eventually we get that physical release. And they announced that next year they will be printing the entire Shaman King series in its true form with the extra 3 volumes with the true ending that we never got. So yeah, those volumes will start coming out next year. Now the only downside to that for me is that they're going to be omnibuses, and I'm not really a fan of omnibuses. They're going to be 3-in-1s, but I'm going to buy it anyway because it's Shaman King. Even though I already own the entire Viz Media release, I don't care. I just love Shaman King that much. I gotta have it, bro. I gotta have it. I'm a stan. I need my fix. You feel me? I need it. But yeah, so we have Shaman King Zero. Here's wait, which one is which? Here's volume 1, and here's volume 2, and then we have all 6 volumes of Shaman King Flowers. So there's volume 1. By the way, the backs of these is pretty fire too. There's the front and the back of volume 2. Here you have volume 3 and the back of that one as well. Volume 4 and the back. Volume 5 and the back of that one as well. And the final volume, volume 6. And like I said, these series, both of these series as well as a couple others, will be getting a digital release from Kodansha. And then the actual main series, the original series with the true ending, will be getting a full print edition. So I will be collecting that when it does come out, volume by volume. I need the entire thing. I don't care if I already own it. Although to be fair, I technically don't own it because in English we never got the final few volumes with the true ending. Like you had to read that online. You had to find scans for it back in the day, or not even back in the day. To this day, you still have to go online and find illegal scans of it to get the true ending to Shaman King because it's not available anywhere. But it will be soon. All right, and now I suppose we kick it on over to the English releases, and to start things off, we have your typical expected volumes that I have like in every haul video. We have the latest volume of Boruto, which is volume 8. I don't need to talk too much about Boruto. We also have the latest volume of Dragon Ball Super, which is volume 9, which has honestly got to be the ugliest cover thus far for these. And I think I went on record before to say that I think Dragon Ball Super has even better volume covers than Z or the original Dragon Ball. But Jiren is just so hard to look at, bro. And I don't like the colors on this one that much either, to be honest. Nor do I really care for Master Ultra Instinct, because I feel like the silver hair, yeah, this is just an ugly cover. I'm not gonna lie, this cover is just ugly. I mean, if you like it, power to you. I'm not saying it's poorly drawn, because it's not. Toyotaro's a very talented artist, but I ain't really feeling this one too tough. But anyway, we've also got volume 18 of Fire Force, which I believe is the latest volume in English, a series I'm still very much enjoying. Although that being said, I'm aware season 2 has come out. No, I have not started watching it yet, but since I read the manga, I already know what's happening anyway. So like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm sure I'm gonna like it. I'm just not pressed because it's not like it's new to me. Like whatever happens is gonna be stuff I've already seen because I've read it. But yeah, Fire Force, I like it. Some people don't. I get it. To each their own. If you're complaining about, well, to each their own. Moving right along, we have more of the usual suspects, and that includes volume 9 and volume 10 of We Never Learn, which is like this rom-com slice of life harem series about this main character who's like tutoring all these girls. One of them's really good at one subject and really bad at the other. Then this other girl's like the exact opposite. She's really good at the one she's bad at, but then really bad at the other one. And then there's like this athlete. She's just like all muscles for brains, and it's just like, yeah. And then there's a couple other girls that come along as well, and they're all really great. Like I love the characters in here. The comedy's great. The artwork is adorable. Like I like it a lot. So for pretty much every genre that this falls under, whether it be rom-com, slice of life, harem, ecchi, this is my new favorite series for that genre. Like the anime is a great adaptation, even though season 2 ended up getting an anime original ending, which is whatever. But the manga is great. Manga became one of my top 10 favorites of all time, and if anything I just said sounds interesting to you or sounds like it's up your alley, this comes highly recommended for me. And Uruka Takamoto, best girl, you feel me? Aha! And up next we have volume 24 of My Hero Academia, which honestly probably has my favorite cover for My Hero Academia thus far, because the villains all look really dope on this cover, replacing the word hero with villain because of the whole My Villain Academia. This arc is crazy. Toga's on the front, which is baby girl, that's best girl right there, and she on the back of that joint. So yeah, this is probably my favorite My Hero Academia volume. I think it's just the best looking one. Is, you know, I might be biased because best girl's on the front and the back, but get up off me. Anyway, yeah, My Hero, y'all already know all about it. Some people hate it, some people love it, some people overrate it, some people underrate it. It's just, y'all know about My Hero Academia. I don't need to talk too much. This arc was crazy though, and this volume is even crazy, or this volume art is even crazier. Up next, I have volume 11 of Platinum Men, which is a series that I'm still enjoying despite the fact that I actually haven't read volume 10 yet. But again, this is a series that was illustrated and written by Takeshi Obata and Tsugumi Ohba, which is the dynamic duo that brought us Death Note, Bakuman, and other series as well. And this hasn't been as well received as those series by most people, but it's something that I'm enjoying quite a bit. And if you're unfamiliar with what this story is, basically take the concept of Future Diary, where like you have all these people competing to become the next god, but have it made by the people who made Death Note, and that's really what this is, and I like it. And as far as the artwork is concerned, I think this is Takeshi Obata's best work yet. I think this series is incredibly well drawn. I mean, and these covers are all dope too. Granted, this one's probably my least favorite of the bunch so far, but even still, you might be able to tell on camera it's got like this prism effect, this like holographic, like every volume is like this, and that's really cool. But yeah, I'm enjoying the story and the characters so far. I think the real reason some people don't care too much for this is because it's like really like edgy and dark, I guess. Some mature things that aren't, you know, for everybody, and as well as it's not the most original concept, because again, it's like Future Diary, and Future Diary is one of those polarizing series that some people love and some people think it's trash. And so because some people have that bad taste in their mouth with that series, they were never gonna like this anyway. So like I get it, it's not for everybody, but I enjoy it. That being said, I also liked Future Diary, so I'd imagine that if you did like Future Diary, you would like this, and if you didn't like Future Diary, you might not, but you know, it'd be like that. More importantly, I've got volume 18 of Twin Star Exorcist, Sosei no Onmyoji, my favorite ongoing manga. Now listen, I don't want to talk too much about it. I don't want to gas it up too much. All I'm saying is I've yet to put anybody on this series that came back to me and said it was trash. Alright, this right here, it's that gas. Read it. If you ain't never heard of it, if you ain't never checked it out before, just read it. Just read it. It's pretty good. Don't watch the anime though. The anime is not the same at all. Y'all know how everybody talks about how Tokyo Ghoul got ruined by Studio Pierrot and how the manga is like so much better? Okay, take that and multiply it by 5, because trust me when I tell you what Pierrot did to the Tokyo Ghoul anime does not compare what they did to this series, because they are literally just two completely different stories that just happen to have some of the same characters. They are not the same at all. The Tokyo Ghoul anime is still pretty much the same story. Like the manga is better, but not as much as people try to make you believe. These are not the same story at all. Like at all. Alright? So read the manga. Alright, now I have one more manga series that I picked up that I want to show you guys, and I actually picked up the entire series all at once. And I know this seems like mad random and like it might have come out of nowhere. It's probably going to surprise some of you, but I picked up the entire series of Sailor Moon. Now, I know that seems really random, but here's the thing, right? I've always wanted to read Sailor Moon, and I've always thought Sailor Moon's aesthetic was like really cool. Like I've always loved Usagi's design, and then like this the sailor suits and like the magical girl transformation I always thought was sick, and like the whole thing with like the moon and the stars and the planet. Like I'm all about that. Like I always thought it was really dope. And I've seen bits and pieces of Sailor Moon before, but I never actually sat down and really watched it or read it. But I always had a pretty strong feeling that if I did, I would like it quite a bit. Well, lo and behold, I finally started watching Sailor Moon on like Vizit's website, because you can actually watch it on there for free, I think, or maybe I have access to it because I pay for their app. I actually don't know. Either way, I was watching it on there and I was enjoying it a lot. It's so much so that I actually also ended up buying the Sailor Moon chain that I've actually been wearing quite a bit. And yeah, I was watching the anime. I was like, damn, this is great. I should buy the manga. And so I bought the entire series because it's only 12 volumes long, so it's actually not too terribly expensive to get a hold of, and it's still in print. So yeah, it's not like it's hard to find. So yeah, let's go through these volumes real quick. Oh, and quick fun fact, the author of Sailor Moon is actually married to the author of Yu Yu Hakusho. Naoko Takeuchi and Yoshihiro Togashi are actually husband and wife, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, here we have volume 1, and these covers have a lot of white on them, so I know it's going to be kind of hard to see some of them, but I'll do my best to get a good angle so you guys can see the colors and the drawings on them decently well enough. And there's volume 2, and since this is Sailor Moon, I don't think I need to say too much about it. I think most of you know about it or have at least heard of it. But yeah, this is pretty much the magical girl series. Like this is the magical girl series of all magical girl series. Like this is the Dragon Ball Z equivalent to, like, you know, shoujo manga, damn near, I would want to say, right? But yeah, and here's volume 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And yeah, like I said, if Dragon Ball Z is considered like the father of a lot of today's modern shonen series, and this is like the mother of today's shoujo series or something along those lines, right? But yeah, I've only read the first volume of the manga so far. I like it quite a bit. I've watched a decent amount of the anime and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm happy to have it in the collection. It's something I always wanted to read, something I always wanted to watch, but just never got around to as a kid. And now that I'm older and I own it and I have easier access to it, I'm happy to have it. Now, while that is actually all the manga that I've picked up in the last few months, I do actually have a few Blu-rays to show you guys before we get out of here. The first of which being the History of Trunks and the Bardock Father of Goku special for Dragon Ball Z. I mean, most of y'all who watch the channel, y'all know Bardock and Trunks. Those are my boys, right? I've said it before, but Bardock and Trunks are my two favorite characters in Dragon Ball, like the entire series, right? And I think that the specials for them are better than any of the Dragon Ball Z movies. So the fact that you get them both on the same Blu-ray, yes sir, this is a pickup that's long overdue. I've always meant to grab this, I just never did. I saw it was on Amazon for like $15 or something the other day, so I was like, yeah, let me grab that, go ahead, hit the boy with the Prime, and yeah, we got that on the double. Next up, we have the complete series for Death Note on Blu-ray, and again, this is like, everybody knows Death Note. Death Note's one of my favorites. It's something I didn't own and always meant to. I saw it was on sale recently on Amazon. Again, I have Amazon Prime. I was like, yep, go ahead and send that to me as well. And then last but not least, we have Code Geass R1 and R2, aka Better Death Note. Listen. I know this has been a debate. This has been a conversation for quite some time in the community. I'm gonna let y'all know where I stand right now. I love Death Note. I think it's an incredible series. Dope characters, great story, like it a lot. I think Code Geass is better. That's just me. I don't really care to debate and argue it right now. But yeah, I picked up Code Geass R1 and R2 in the individual Blu-rays. And yeah, I actually don't remember. I think I got these off Amazon as well for like a great price. That's why I started buying some of these Blu-rays, because like sometimes it'll just get recommended to me, or like I'll see somebody on Twitter is like, hey, this series is this price right now on Amazon, and I'm like, oh, bet, give me that. But yeah, that's that. Those are all of my anime and manga related pickups from the last few months since the last time I did one of these Sustain the Industry videos. Quite a bit of merch and stuff, but you know what I'm saying, this is what I do, so it do be what it do be. It is how it are, you feel me? Yeah. But what about you guys? What have you picked up recently? What new releases are you guys looking forward to in terms of like anime or manga or merchandise or whatever? Just let me know in the comment section down below. And any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, feel free to drop those as well. But anyway, I think that'll just about do it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you can stay tuned for all the awesome content I plan on bringing you. With all that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. And remember, not the cat but two swim the bad. Later.